The smoke is barely clear from the big 4th of July fireworks celebration, and there's already talk about next year's Big Bash. Why? Well, that's when the United States turns 250 years old, and 6 million people could come to town over the course of 6 days. The city plans to have the biggest international maritime gathering in ages. The Navy's Blue Angels will fly overhead. Organizers expect the birthday bash to boost the city's economy by nearly $3 billion. So just when you thought 8.5 or 6 million people in New York City was pretty crowded, welcome 6 million more. It'll be toasty.
And the pressure is going to be on.
Yes,
on our end
to deliver.
To reproduce what we just went through this weekend. Weather-wise. And it was a great weekend out there.
Oh, super
We
good.
have the humidity increasing, and we have the thunderstorm threats increasing as well during the course of the week. And it won't be raining the whole time, but any thunderstorm could definitely contain some drenching downpours with all that humidity in place. And speaking of that, that temperature right now, 78, feels like 80 because the humidity has increased so much, up to 74%. We have a south wind right now coming in about 12 miles per hour. And you can see, even during the morning hours of tomorrow, especially by late morning, we could already be getting a couple of showers and thunderstorms moving on in. Temperatures tomorrow probably topping off in the lower middle 80s, but feeling like the 90-degree mark with that humidity in place. 80 still at this hour in Newark and Teterboro. Newark got up to 95 earlier this afternoon. You're talking about 70s, lower 70s well off to the north and west. In Sussex, pair of 7s down the shore in Belmar, and also on the island at Islip. Long Island was one of those spots that stayed fairly comfortable during the day today with that wind coming in off of the cooler waters of the Atlantic. Only stayed at the low 80s in places like Montauk and Islip. The satellite radar showing to our south, we have the remnants of Chantal, which made landfall along the upper South Carolina coast very early this morning as a tropical storm. Now it's a tropical depression, and it will weaken even further into just a remnant area of low pressure. But it's sending moisture up in our direction at all levels of the atmosphere, and that's what the moisture that these thunderstorms will be able to work on during the day tomorrow to maybe produce some heavier downpours. And even by very early in the morning, south and east of New York City, especially down the Jersey Shore, where it will be most humid, there can be already a thunderstorm developing down there early to mid-morning. It's more like late morning into the afternoon for the rest of the area. And some of this stuff might try to shift to the north and west of New York City, but you can't rule something out even all the way down to the coast during the afternoon. This is only guidance that shows it forming off to our north and west. We know that the atmosphere is humid enough, there's enough instability to produce something closer to the coast. There goes the remnants of Chantal kind of circulating off to our south later on tomorrow night. Tuesday starts off quiet. It gets really hot on Tuesday, I think up around the 90-degree mark, feeling much hotter with the humidity out there. And with a front approaching from the west and interacting with that hot and increasingly humid air mass, there could be some strong to severe thunderstorms, not only heavy downpours, but maybe some damaging wind as well with those. At the beaches tomorrow, a south wind coming in 10 to 15, waves about 2 to 5 feet. Water temperatures upper 60s eastern Long Island, all the way up to the middle 70s at some of the Monmouth County beaches down the Jersey Shore. It's a little bit choppy out there. The rip current risk is on the moderate side. Air quality will be moderate, pollen low to medium, and the UV index, even despite more cloud cover, will be a 10, which is very high. We have a very high sun angle still this time of the year. Tonight, partly cloudy, humid. We're down to about 75 for a low. Very humid, clouds and some sun. Watch for a heavy thunderstorm or two from late morning into the afternoon. Any of those storms could contain drenching, maybe even localized flooding downpours. 84 for the high, feeling more like 90. Maybe an early evening thunder shower tomorrow night, down to about 75. Here's your AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We'll do it again on Tuesday. It's an AccuWeather alert again for mainly afternoon thunderstorms. Those could be fairly widespread and pretty feisty. Maybe a stray thunderstorm on Wednesday. That looks like a less active day. Active again, though, by Thursday afternoon. Maybe another shower on Friday. We're back down to 80 for a high by later on in the week, and we can't rule out a shower next week and no all-day washouts. But again, keep the umbrella handy. Brittany Bell has an update for you tomorrow morning.
Stormy and active that time of year.
That's right.
All right, Jeff, thank you. That is the news for now. Thanks for staying up late with us. I'm Joe Torres. He's Jeff Smith. Eyewitness News returns tomorrow morning at 4:30. We'll see you back here on Monday.
New York